Recently, we represented a tenant in a successful lease transaction. The new location offers ample space and amenities for years to come and is one of 4 occupied by the company. So, now we've been approached by this client to review their other 3 buildings. You see, an acquisition of a competitor is in the works. Thus, there could be a redundancy of capacity very shortly. Our counsel to them was column-worthy. So, we mashed up an old column on the subject along with an update on the new information. If you find yourself in any of the following scenarios, consider your alternatives. Your company was just bought and the operation will be rolled into another location. Or, you've outstripped the capacity of your facilities but have time remaining on an existing lease. Or, you have decided to shutter the operation and outsource the manufacturing to Texas but your lease expires a year from now. Or, you decide to take advantage of historically low interest rates and buy a building. But there is that landlord who wants to receive her rent for the next 2 years. All of these situations and more can cause the need for lease termination. But, just how do you accomplish this? First, ask yourself these questions. How much time remains on your lease? If the term remaining on your lease is less than 2 years, be prepared for the owner to use the remaining term as free marketing time. The owner has the luxury of rent payments while searching for a replacement tenant or buyer. What type of entity owns your location? A private individual may be a bit more flexible than an institutional owner such as a pension fund advisor or a REIT, real estate investment trust. Where is your rental rate in relation to the current market? If it's an above-market rate, plan on subsidizing payments on the remaining term, if a replacement tenant can be found. If your rate is below market, the remaining term could provide a good alternative for a fast-growing company concerned about a long-term lease. Does your lease allow faux assignment or subleasing? Most do. Rarely is there a removal of your obligation, however. This means that if you sublease or assign the remaining term, you may still be liable for the payment of rent if the sub-tenant defaults. If you are moving to a bigger space, what is the rent amount monthly? If you are doubling or tripling in size, 1 month of rent in the old building could be a fraction of the monthly rent in the new location. I.e., old rent is $5,000 per month. New rent is $15,000 per month. There are 9 months of term remaining in the old digs or $45,000. If you negotiate 3 months of rent abatement in the new unit, you avoid a double payment. How long would your building take to lease? Any competent commercial real estate broker can answer this for you. The answer to this question will have a bearing on a lease buyout.